I really like video games and web games and a bunch of other websites, but what's even happening? Like, how is that data stored? How does this button perform that action? And overall, what's happening? Go on, I'll wait. Are you dumb? Coding. Coding is how all of this works. And to be honest, it's a skill that I've wanted to learn for quite a while, but learning a new skill can be really difficult and also time consuming, so I never really wanted to get into it. But now I've been given an English project where I can practically do whatever I want. So I was thinking to myself, what are some skills that I'd like to get better at? And this was one of the first ones I thought of. And I've heard of Python and C++ and all these other programming languages, but as a beginner, I want to start with something more simpler. And it's widely known in the coding community that Free Code Camp is one of the best things to do exactly that. And throughout this video, you'll see me using it and learning from it while I also voice over what's happening. And the ultimate goal of this is to make a website of my own, although don't expect it to be fully finished by the end of this video because I highly doubt I'll be that skilled by then. And before I get started doing anything, remember how I said learning a new skill can be pretty time consuming? Well, I learned that mastering coding to the point of making your own project can take more than a few months. Guess how much time I have to finish this project? 4 days. I have 4 days. Cause, I don't know, I'm dumb and stupid and I get distracted easily and I procrastinate like all the time and it's a really bad habit and I gotta stop. Anyways, I immediately got to learning, and the first thing I learned about was HTML. HTML is referred to as a markup language and is often considered the structure of the program. It includes formatting text, inserting images, and creating links to different sites. Without this foundation, there would be absolutely nothing for the other programming languages to go off of. Learning HTML was also my introduction into learning about elements, attributes, and values. The readings they provided and the activities that they had were also very helpful and informative. And here's me working on one of the activities they gave. It was a little cat website, so that was cool. The next programming language that I learned about was CSS, which is also referred to as a markup language and is typically considered the styling of the program. By typing your CSS in a separate file, it allows you to use it in tandem with your previous code, which allows you to style your HTML. And you can style your HTML by changing the font, changing the color of your text, and also changing the background color of the web page. CSS also allows you to make your programs accessible to mobile users. And overall, when it comes to making your website look appealing, CSS is extremely important. This is me designing a cafe website where it taught me how to change the color of the background and center text. The last beginner language that I learned, and from what I've heard is one of the most important ones, was JavaScript. JavaScript deals with the behavior of the website and basically what certain things function as. This is also where all the complex data is stored and is what allows a lot of websites to actually do important things. Being as though this is the more complicated one, I did have the most difficulty learning this one. And this is me trying to make a greeting bot, but I kind of struggled during one of the steps. I eventually got it, but still, this was probably one of the most difficult parts. Anyways, now that I know the basics of JavaScript and the other two programming languages, I pretty much have all that I need for now. Also, I just wanted to apologize for throughout the video,
having like all those weird camera angles and like poor editing, I've just never really made a video like this one before. Well, I learned a lot, and I now have a base level understanding of 3 basic programming languages, as well as a simple amount of knowledge on how to use them. With all this being done, I think it's about time that I give all of you a sneak peek of how my website is coming along. I'm gonna put it on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I never really finished the website, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. I'm going to keep on learning, and eventually I will make it. And one more thing before I finish this off. Learning all of this was actually a pretty fun experience, so I suggest that you, if you have any interest, take the time and maybe try to learn it a little bit better. Maybe you'll have some fun while doing it.